Bitcoin! There is a really tough fight going on right now in Bitcoin between the bulls and the Bitcoin bears. It's evenly matched because none of them know where the price is going post-halving, after the reward is cut in half. I've done the work to know the truth of where the Bitcoin price is going. I have spotted something that has always been true. These are facts. I'll share them with you now and what they tell us. I'll reveal the truth of the Bitcoin price peak post-halving at the end of this video. It's not my truth, but an objective truth based on facts. And so to understand it, we must take an objective look at those facts. This is where the truth is revealed. Hit that like button, let's go! This is the entirety of Bitcoin's price action across its whole lifetime. You can see the 4 halvings marked there, the one upcoming and the 3 we've already had, there in purple. You can see price action swings from lows to highs through each halving period and the peaks and troughs between them. And you can see price action, detailed structure around it using Fibonacci extensions. In trading, Fibonacci extensions are a tool used to identify potential price targets that are beyond standard Fibonacci retracement levels. While retracements are used to identify potential values within a trend during a price correction, the extensions, we use them to forecast where price might go once it resumes that original trend. That's an important point. To calculate these, we use 3 reference points: the swing low, the swing high, and the retracement level. So the swing low, perhaps you would be looking, for example, in around here, the swing high, and the retracement level. That's how you would draw out one of these Fibonacci sequences. Here you have price action and those swing lows to high, swing low to high, swing low to high. And will there be another? Well, we've worked out a fact that's always been true, and it's here present for you. Price action on Bitcoin, when it reaches the 1.13 extension, which we have marked out here with a bright blue dashed line, when price action exceeds that 1.13 extension, it goes on and tests the 1618 extension. This is the 1618 extension. And once price has gone beyond that 1618, it targets the 2618 extension, and it always finds support at this 1618. It never goes below it. So we have important rules. Rule number 1, price action needs to break above the 1.13 extension. Rule number 2, when it does break above the 1.13 extension, it targets the 1618 extension. And rule number 3, when price action manages to break through the 1.168, it never ever breaks below it again before going on to that 2618. So that's what we're looking for price action to do currently. That 1, 2, 3. So that it goes all the way back up to these massive targets. So you understand, it goes through the 1.13, that's this bright blue dashed line. Once it exceeds that, your targets are on. So 1618. That's what it did on this first halving. And then when it exceeded that level, it never broke below it again while going on to the next target up at the 2618. What does that mean for price action on the next occasion? Through the 1.13 extension, targeted the 1.618, broke that, targeted the 2618, came back, never lost that 1618, and went on again for the swing low to a new swing high, which is testing the 1.13. It's doing it again, folks. It's doing it again, folks. And if it breaks, where does it go next? I can show you. You might have worked out for yourself watching along. This is the truth, the objective truth, based on those facts we've discussed. The rules. It gave us 3 rules that have always been true. And if they be proven true again, this is what it'll mean for price action on Bitcoin. It'll go test this 1.13 extension. That is at 84,674. That's the 1.13 extension, this blue dashed line. If price action makes it back above there, the Bitcoin bulls will be winning. You'll be winning. And then from 84,674, if and when that breaks, price will go on to the next target up above here. Post-halving, the 1618. That's at $170,000. If price actually manages to break through that 1618 level at 170,000, it'll go on again and it'll target the 2618. And the 2618 from the previous Fibonacci is yet to be hit. So that's our next target at $476,000. And if that breaks post-halving between here and now and the next halving after that, you're looking at price action testing this following 2618 up at $712,000. $712,000, and you can round that up at 713. That's my target on Bitcoin if it breaks back above the 1.13, all the way up there at $750,000 nearly. But on the way, there's lots of places to take profit and manage your risk. You should follow along with the Rocky Outcrop show. I'm going to link it up here. Episode yesterday was absolutely top quality. It was because of the amazing analytical skills and the hard work he does on our behalf every week. I was inspired to do this research here. And that's not all of it. There's also other things you can look at if you go to the Bitcoin miner stocks. Here's the crypto miners, and we'll look at this chart where we've got a degree of confluence with those important data points from the Bitcoin chart itself. We're also on the weekly here, and this is the Bitcoin miners' total outflows measured in dollars. So what that means is that when the Bitcoin halving occurs, the subsidy that you get for mining a Bitcoin is cut in half. So the reward for mining Bitcoin, that's cut in half, which means the dollar value you'd be getting for the same amount of Bitcoins to pull in the same amount of dollars, you need to pull in twice as many Bitcoin. Or if you're mining the same amount of Bitcoin, it means that you've just been half the reward, so you need to double the price. In order to keep your uptrend going, you need to exceed doubling the price. And that's what Bitcoin's always been doing, as we saw in the other chart. And here we've got it here with the Bitcoin total outflow. Now the total outflow, as I say, measured in USD. So when the halving happens, in order for this to continue, the price needs to double. Price currently, we know on Bitcoin, we just looked at the Bitcoin chart. We know the price of Bitcoin. Getting it up here just to remind everybody, $70,000 plus. And we're looking at the crypto miners, and we can see that a little bit of a mixed bag there. They don't know where the price is going post-halving, but they have this potential piece of data to look to, where all these previous halvings, again, marked out with these vertical purple lines, and then the one yet to come, and it's just round the corner, here potentially on the 19th of April, it's also marked out with a white vertical line. You can see that if this total outflow chart continues in the same essence, which it's done previously, when price action manages to exceed back through a 1.13 extension, as you can see here, here's your 1.13 extension, price exceeds that, it goes on to test the 1618. Price action did it again, 1.13 extension, 1618. And if it does it again, you're going to go up, and the Bitcoin miners will be at this stage, post-halving, the next peak, but when you're looking to break through the 1.13, which you're just about to go to now, that's up at around 13.8, currently trading at 10.8. If it gets up there, price of Bitcoin goes up a little bit more, pushes towards 84,000, the Bitcoin miners' outflows will be testing in at around that level. If that breaks, then Bitcoin miners' outflow will go towards $40 billion. 40 billion, that's 4 times the current output for Bitcoin miners in terms of USD. It's going to go up by 4x. And that's going to happen when we already know that the price of Bitcoin, the reward that they're getting, that's going to be cut in half. The reward that each miner gets cut in half. So if their outflows is going to go up by 4x, and it means that also they're going to get in half the amount of Bitcoin they were previously, that means the price needs to go up by 8x. 8x, 8 times. So then 8 times, folks. Bitcoin price needs to go up 8 times in order to keep that trend intact. That's a rule that's always been true. Will it be true again? If it is, it means, now we'll go on to a more simplified version of that Bitcoin chart. It means that on this halving date that's just coming up on the 19th of April, oh goodness gracious me, it means on this halving, 19th of April, go down to 15-minute time frame, come in, putting in a little bit lower lows, higher highs, going sideways here, broken through a diagonal, a little bit of opportunity on the go shortly. That means that Bitcoin currently trading at $70,000. If it's going to continue that trend to the top side and potentially reach those targets we talked about, if the Bitcoin miner outflow chart is going to reach the same targets on its equivalent chart and it's going to continue a trend also, facts that have always been true, then it's going to need to go, the price of Bitcoin is going to go up 8 times. 8 times 70,000, that's over $500,000. That's given validity to those crazy, crazy high targets. Now, as I said, there's lots of others on the way, but that's a real fact-based look at the past price action on Bitcoin to come up with an objective assessment of where it could potentially go in future based on details that have always been true, real facts. So that is amazing. So look, that's the prices that Bitcoin could go to. They are absolutely staggering, and they're higher. They're in fact higher than just over $500,000. Look at this. So we've got front row tickets to this really, really important fight for the Bitcoin price post-halving. If the Bitcoin bulls can manage to push that price right up above $84,674, then we think that they could definitely take it all the way to 170 grand. If that breaks, it could even go all the way up to $476,000. And then the next target above that, between now and the following halving, would be way up there at $712,000. It's fact-based, it's an objective truth. We can watch the bulls and the Bitcoin bears play out this fight and know where it is that each will take us. Where you need to get above? $84,674. The next target, $170,000. The top side target of this analysis, potentially as high as $712,873. Imagine that. Hit the like button, everybody. See you in the next one. If you've not subscribed, do so. We've got deep dives into all sorts of things all the time to help you get a better trader. It's not financial advice, but if it was, it'd be the best financial advice in the world. Join us on the Discord, www.discord.gg/RockyOutcrop. You can join for free. We'd love to see you there.